Welcome back to MusketeersHockey.com for our pregame player interview. So Musketeers get ready for two huge home games against Des Moines and Lincoln on Friday and Saturday. I'm Jordan Bergerman, and joining me now is Musketeers captain Ryan Carpenter. And Carpy, guys on a 5-game winning streak, unbeaten in regulation in your last day, and I imagine it's a lot of fun coming to the rink right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit lighthearted, and we've been enjoying the time here, but we know we have a task at hand still, and we got some big games coming up this weekend, so we got to stay focused.
And I'm not sure if you know this, but that win knocked Tri-City out of the playoffs, and for the veteran core and Coach Strand, I'm sure that had to be extra sweet after what Tri-City did to you guys last year.
Yeah, we definitely we owed them one from last year because it was definitely a tough race with them, and to come up 1 point short last year was really tough to end the season, and to knock them out is definitely good, but we still got to secure our playoff spot.
And talking to the guys, we're talking about how that Tri-City game might have been a little bit of a trap game. You're coming up, you had that huge win against Sioux Falls. You had a huge game coming up Friday night, but you guys really stayed focused on the task at hand, especially that first 20.
Yeah, I think we stuck to a simple start. I think the games before we kind of got off to some slow starts there, even though we were getting the first goals. We were starting slow, so that was our focus early, and we seemed to jump on them a little bit and get a couple there, so which is always good to the start of a game.
And I remember having a conversation with you in the middle of February, kind of during the height of this team's struggles, and you always talked about how maybe guys weren't taking the initiative in that first period, and now you guys, during this winning streak, you scored the first goal in all 5 of the games, and it really seems like the guys are really starting to come out of that with a purpose in the first 20.
Yeah, it seems like that, and it's not just been one guy or one line. It seems like it's been a spread of guys who've been getting that first goal or even getting first period goals, which are always huge to start the game like that, because once you get the first goal, when you play with the lead, you just play a little bit different, play with a little more swagger, and the other team has to start taking more chances.
Yeah, it's got to be fun to be a forward right now. Again, during this unbeaten streak in 8, you guys are averaging 4.25 goals per game, and that's what it seems like. Everybody is contributing to these games. You had 7 different goal scorers in that 7-4 win over Tri-City, and just the confidence of the guys up front has to be real high right now.
Yeah, it's definitely high. I mean, we've been trying to keep it simple and getting pucks to the net, but we've also been making our, more skilled plays at times, and it helps, I think, when you have, like you said, 7 guys score 7 different goals, because then you can't specify on one guy to stop the offense. You got to shut down a lot of more different guys. So hopefully we can continue that this weekend.
And Coach Strand had that meeting before that Muskegon game of the final 10-game segment, and since that point you guys are 5-0 and really starting to gel. But even before that, you had that win against Lincoln, you had that win against Tri-City, you had that huge win against Dubuque. So is there just any one moment that you can pinpoint that's really turned around the season in March?
I think maybe in the Muskegon game, and even we were playing good in Indiana, and we came away with an OT loss. I know we were playing good around that time, and I think once you start playing a lot more games towards the end of the year, you get in kind of a little bit of a rhythm where we're playing Tuesday night games and then Friday and Saturday, so it's a lot more games than practice. So you start getting into the rhythm and the flow of things. So when it comes, you tend not to have a slow start, or you just kind of get used to the rhythm of how the games go.
And you guys have been playing terrific 5-on-5 for so long, and now the special teams are really starting to come together too, which can be really scary for the opposition. And talk about what's been the turnaround, the penalty kill and the power play. Just like you talked about all year, you guys are really doing the simple things, getting pucks out on the penalty kill. And when it comes to the power play, you're winning draws, you're going to the net, and you're getting pucks to the net.
Yeah, I think it's the simple things and the details is what makes a power play or penalty kill, basically any of your special teams, strong. With our penalty kill, we were looking at a lot of the goals we were giving up were missed clears or misassignments on face-offs or just misassignments in general, and that's stuff that can't happen. I mean, they're going to have a man advantage. It's going to be tough, but if you stick to the simple things, you should have. Our penalty kill has been proven, shown. Same with our power play. We've been keeping pucks in. I think with the power play, sometimes you can tend to get a little bit lackadaisical and kind of relax a little bit, but we've been trying to ramp it up and try to outwork their 4 guys, and it seems to be working for us right now.
And last year, I know you were playing some of your best hockey of the year down the stretch as a first-year player in this league, and you've really started to see the young guys start to come on, like a Schmaltzy and an Andres and all, and just the development curve in this league, it might take 45, 50 games to really start getting comfortable, and you're starting to see it now, some of these young guys getting real comfortable in the league.
Oh yeah, and it definitely helps us because we have a lot of rookies and a lot of rookies that play high a lot of minutes, and so when those are the guys putting up big numbers and producing, it definitely helps us. I mean, guys like Schmaltzy's been on fire, but even other guys stepping in right away, and even if they're not on the score sheet, stepping in and playing and producing and helping the team win every night, because that's what we need. We need all 20 guys every night producing.
And finally, let's hit on this monster game on Friday against Des Moines. And you haven't seen them since October 22nd. You guys are real tight in the standings for the sixth and final playoff spot. But I guess at one point you just want to approach it like another game because that's exactly what it is. But the other time, I know you guys are going to be rocked and amped up for that game.
Yeah, I think there should be no reason why we won't be ramped up, ready to go. I think both teams, it should be a high intense game, should be a playoff atmosphere game. I know last year we had a game with Tri-City when we were trying to catch them that was similar to this one. So try to almost calm. You may have to try to calm the nerves a little bit, but the intensity definitely should be there, and it should be a high competitive, fun game.
Carpy, thanks for the time. Go get him tomorrow night.
All right, thanks.
That's Musketeers captain Ryan Carpenter. Again, Musketeers in action twice this weekend, 2 huge games against Des Moines and Lincoln at Tyson Event Center.